Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's got room. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Vikings, nothing.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Okay, ready? Liking 18.
Throwing is Perkins. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
19 Charger, not 19 Charger, 18.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. They come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Perkins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaquille Leonard drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
To throw is Perkins.
His throw caught right around the 6. Touchdown, Vikings! From 21 yards away.
And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And we are tied at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Back to Taylor on first down.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. These two teams all tied after one. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the gun, it's Tua. He's going to float this over the middle deep. This is caught inside the 15.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Tua.
They'll check this one down to Taylor. Touchdown! Jonathan Taylor. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Colts have taken the lead. McLaughlin for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Colts 14, Vikings 7.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Nwangu now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was awesome.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaquille Leonard, and it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the Colts are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements. And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down, Junior.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Danielle Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. Looking to throw. Perkins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, get him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Well, they'll try to jet sweep here with Lazard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Off-play action. Perkins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Perkins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Get ready.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Nwangu now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line. Net negative there of 4 yards. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working hard. Most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now Cook hit when he launched the football. And the Colts pick it up. So that is not the way you want it. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They run again on first down. Cook. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Looking to throw on second down. Perkins escaping the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 13-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Perkins. Smith brings it in, going across the middle. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Off play action. Perkins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Bryce Perkins taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. We'll get this to about the 38.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved up the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Tua going to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 54 yards. And the Colts are back within a score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
Colts 21.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Nwangu now for his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
On third down, Perkins. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates,
and this is going to be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, their defense got on the football with an interception. They trot out their Charles in the very first play, and they give the football right back.
Man, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. On 1st and 10, Perkins. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter.
Here we go.
2 and now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Being chased out left. He completes out to Garrett Wilson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, they take their shots.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to pass. Tua. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential. Now Cook hit, and he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Here's Tua. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Perkins' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Back to throw. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Got a man over the middle. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 156 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And the slot man goes in motion left. They run once more with Taylor. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. This will be fielded at the 17. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Vikings come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Well, like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave it and hope, but the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, and you never want to be in a situation where your entire game comes down to throwing a jump ball as far as you can. But in that situation, you want to loft it up and hope one of your guys can win in the air. This time, though, it was the defender who got up there, and that was the end of the ball game. Close them throughout. One team just had a little bit more at the end than the other.
So for Indianapolis, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to.